we were kind of joking about this last week with the homie Melee Queen, because a lot of drag culture has become more mainstream, like slay and these other phrases and whatnot. What is maybe some Mexican culture that's become more mainstream, or like maybe slang or something that's become more popular?
First one, Takis and hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
That was, I feel like, well, hot Cheetos was more like hood type of.
Yeah, that's more just lower income stuff. Yeah.
Takis was definitely ours. And also Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
It's been used as like, oh, it's Halloween. We put our face as dead cadaver type of person.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is, and that's not what it means.
What is it? What does it mean for someone?
The Day of the Dead is basically like Mexican culture. It's more of native Mexican culture, where it was a way to celebrate that someone lived rather than they died.
Yeah.
So being happy that they lived, remembering them that they lived, they were happy.
Yeah.
I feel like American culture is very much, they passed away.
Get pretty
keep
sad.
It moving.
We get pretty sad, and then we just keep moving. Yeah. Or we don't deal with it at all.
Or don't deal with it. I feel like it's better to just celebrate they were alive, they did what they did, and
Yeah.
keep moving.
Yeah, Target loves Day of the Dead, bro. They definitely put out, like, that's like the whitewashed version of like their merchandise. They're just like, this is another thing we can put on an end cap. Let's fucking do it. I worked at Target, so I know.
Okay.
I remember stocking that shit, and I was like, there's no Mexican people are going to come in and buy this.
You'd be surprised. I mean, definitely No Sabo kids might be into it.
Yeah, some of those guys.
I do have a sister-in-law. She's half Polish and half Mexican.
Oh,
and
shit.
She is Chicano, so she kind of knows it, but not really. And I'm like, have to correct her a little bit.
Damn. So what are some other? Is there any other like lingo or slang maybe that's come from maybe Mexican culture that's now gotten into the mainstream?
I'm not sure.
Because I've heard the wetback thing. I've heard that thrown around as an insult. I've heard what is the other?
I don't care. I didn't.
Not that I didn't. I've heard. What's the other one?
This is live.
This is live. Yeah,
Are we gonna edit?
I'm gonna start throwing slurs. No. I've heard. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. What are some ones I can say?
Way is definitely one of them.
Way I hear all the time.
Yeah.
Way I hear all the time. I used to hear a lot of this, like, no Kimika. Do you know No Kimika?
Oh, no Kimika.
Yeah, No Kimika.
That actually evolved from Fast and the Furious.
Really?
And, yeah. So Mexicans were very into Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel family. Yeah.
Hell
And I remember that actually in the South Side when it started going around, because I had my brother that's 2 years older than me. He was into like racing cars and shit. And the No Quemaca is a little bit from that, because of the scene where Paul Walker, he was actually my first white boy crush. And
first.
he said, yeah.
First. Only the first
one.
Yeah.
He said, forget about it, cut. And we used it around like because Snoop Dogg and whatever.
Yeah.
And then it evolved to trucks, and then it evolved to No Quemaca.
So what does it mean? What does that translate to?
Ka is cousin, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm sure you knew.
I did know that.
No quema is just like burning rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, are you kind of like, but I've heard it used like sarcastically to kind of like almost make fun of like a, like I've seen my Mexican friends make fun of other Mexican guys. They'll have like a certain haircut, and they'll come into the store and they'll be like, it's No Quemaca.
Yeah, it's like the Edgar haircut.
Yeah, the Edgar.
It's like a Lego piece.
Yeah.
Just straight here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Did you ever date any?
Honestly, part of it, like I was telling you, Southside, it was all Mexicans. My graduating high school was 95% Mexican, and then I moved to college, and it was all white people. Yeah. I definitely, it's part of being Catholic and being a woman that I wasn't allowed to date.
Really?
Yeah, my mom, actually I had a boyfriend when I was 15. We dated for a month.
In
because I
secrecy?
had to break up with him because my mom found out. I was like getting ready for a dance. I think it was homecoming or something with my friends in my room, and then I was talking to him, and I was like, "Okay, I love you, bye." And then my mom heard it, and then it was before my quince actually that she told me that I wasn't allowed to date. And I was like, why not? And then she was like, well, you talk to the priest and you ask him. So I had to ask the priest.
You went and asked the priest, dude? Holy shit. You was fucking, this guy had you bricked up. You were like, fuck it, I'll go ask the priest right now.
Yeah, and so before you have your quince, you have to confess.
Yeah.
It's part of it. So I asked him, I was like, am I allowed to date? And the priest said, well, as long as you're in your mom's house, you have to listen to her. And then I had to break up with my boyfriend, but I didn't tell him that.
That priest is a sellout, bro.
Yeah.
That priest is a sellout. So what you tell him? What'd you make
that
up?
That virgin, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything.
What were you making up to this dude? You had to make up a reason to break up with this guy then?
No, it just a little bit happened, but I also just kind of made it feel like it was his fault.
Oh, wow. That's super awesome. That's great.
I gaslighted him for sure.
Holy shit.
No, it was like I said, we were like 15, and then
damn.
He wasn't like calling. I had a phone because my dad bought me a phone. And then I was pretty much like, well, you're not talking to me enough and blah, blah, blah. He was like, well, I have to use my mom's phone. And I was like, this is not going to work out.
He was trying. He was fighting for his life. Now you probably turned him into no Kimika, bro. That's fucking.
No, I actually saw him in the gym like a couple years after, but.
Oh, yeah? He looking good? He getting swole? No. Oh. No. Okay.
I didn't lose anything there.
How was your quinceañera? What is that like? As I don't think you're got to be the first person on the show that like I know that's had a quinceañera.
Yeah.
Friends with a lot of Mexican men, not a lot of Mexican women. Personally.
It derives from Aztec culture too.
Oh, okay.
So the native culture, where it's in that culture, it was like you're 15. That means you are ready to get married and you're ready to have kids and start a family and be a stay-at-home mom.
So you weren't allowed to date.
Yeah, because.
But you were ready.
Yeah, they claimed me as ready if I had a quince.
Yeah, holy shit.
And yeah, so I had my quince. It's from Mexican culture.
So what's the process? You get like I mean, obviously it's when you're turning 15. Is it on your 15th birthday or is it like nearby?
Being it turned into more of like I said, Mexicans are very prideful.
Yeah.
So I think what the Spanish wanted to do was change that, but we weren't budging. So they just said, okay, you can have quinces, but you have to go through church for it. So you have to have your baptism, you have to be baptized, your communion, and then your quince, you go and get confessed. And that's how that process happens. And yeah, I mean,
damn, so you dumped your boyfriend and then you were like, but yo, now I'm ready to get pregnant, become a wife.
Have all that, yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah. Was it good? I mean, do you remember, was it a good memory, I imagine?
Oh, it was so fun. I mean,
I've heard they were a lot of fun. I've like half been to one for like a little bit.
It's so fun. I think Sweet 16s were taken from quinces.
I agree.
That was stolen from us a little bit. But it's so much more fun because they have the father-daughter dance, which is, like I said, it's kind of like marriage type of thing where it's like a little mini wedding.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, but you're not getting married to anybody. They have.
Everybody gets dressed up real nice.
Yep.
Like
it's a celebration.
Yeah, I mean, did you? So I always see there was a place in my hometown that was big, had a lot of quinces in it, at it, and I would always see like all the girls are all dolled up, all the dudes are all dolled up. Is it like mostly your family? Is it family friends? Is it like maybe potential boyfriends hanging out as well? I
definitely had a guy that just popped up.
Oh, so he just spawned in.
Yeah, no, he did. He like came to me and he like talked to me and he like introduced himself. And then he was like, yeah, thanks for inviting me. And I was like, who are you?
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, you sent a Facebook post invite to me. And then I had a Facebook event, but it was private. And obviously I only invited people I knew.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the fuck he found out. And then later on, I told my mom about it, and he was like, oh, was it that guy that was talking to your dad the whole night? And I was like, that's crazy. So he just, I don't know how he found out anything, but
they were trying to set you up.
No, no, it wasn't. They didn't know him either.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know where he came from.
Interesting. Interesting. So what else? What else is there? You guys get like a big cake or anything?
It was cake. It was alcohol. Obviously, really good food.
Do they let you drink?
I don't drink. I've tried it. I don't like it.
But do they let the 15-year-old drink?
Yeah, they have the
like wine, communion wine or something.
Yeah, wine to like. How do you say fucking?
Say it how you want to say it. Say it however.
It's el brindis, so it's like, it's a toast.
Toast.
Yeah,
okay.
toast.
Oh, okay, cool.
So then everybody drinks champagne.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
That sounds fun.
It's so fun.
That sounds fun. I gotta go to some quinceañeras.
It's so fun.
Yeah. No?
How old are you?
Okay, well, maybe I can still go if I have a
you
friend.
You can, yeah, you're right.
There's adults that are there. I'm not going for the 15-year-old. That'd be pretty great. Jesus Christ. No Josh Giddey out here, bro. Come on.
Thanks for watching that last video, guys. Click right over here to see the episode in its entirety. Or click over here to subscribe and check out all the other cool shit we have on the channel. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do it.